Akutsu is your typical run-of-the-mill student who's just trying to get by day. That all changes when his parents are killed by an unknown assailant, and he finds out he has a little sister that he never knew about before. In order to protect her, Akutsu transfers her into the prestigious and exclusive St. Agatha's High School for Girls, which is full of nothing but kind-hearted girls who love baking cookies and making friends. Except it's not. It's actually full of the most dangerous female assassins in the world, and somehow Akutsu gets enrolled too. What will he learn at this school? Will he make friends or maybe even fall in love? Or will he end up dead? Let's find out. Welcome back to another harem review. This show is called High School of Assassins. There's only one season with 13 episodes that are about 24 minutes long each, so it's a pretty quick watch. Now let's jump into it. The story follows Kusatsu, who is a normal student until one day after school, he comes home to find both of his parents have been assassinated. Turns out some random guy had a vendetta against his dad and took out both him and Mom. But in the process, this dude also reveals something shocking. He reveals that he has a little sister named Akira. Kazuha thought he was an only child and had no idea there was another sibling out there. The good news is that Akira is still alive and well. The bad news is she's currently being targeted by the same assassin who killed their parents. So what's Kusaku to do? Well, luckily for him, his father was apparently a well-known and respected member of the assassination industry. Apparently everyone knows who he is and they're all super grateful to him. One of them even sheds a single tear. After hearing the news, one of these people is Ronan, who happens to be the principal of St. Agatha's High School for Girls. She offers Kuzuryu a deal. If he enrolls his sister into the school, then they will keep her safe. Seems like a pretty fair deal. So he agrees and immediately starts transferring Akira into the school. But there's one catch. St. Agatha's isn't just any ordinary school. No, sir, because it turns out it's one of the best and most exclusive schools for assassins in the entire world. All of the students here are either the children of famous assassins or are orphans who were taken in and raised by the school. Basically, if you want your kid to grow up and become a top-level ruthless killing machine, then you gotta send them to St. Agatha's. At first, Akira doesn't really want to go to this school because she has no idea what's in store for her. But luckily for her, her brother steps in and tells her that going to this school will make her stronger so she can protect herself from the people who want her dead. That makes sense to her, and she eventually agrees to enroll. Now, the reason why Kusaku is also able to enroll is because the school has a special program called the Shadow System, which basically allows non-assassins to enroll into the school so they can learn how to defend themselves. It's meant for people whose lives are in danger and need to learn how to fight back. But let's be real, there's no way that this show's going to focus on Kusaku. That would be crazy. This is obviously an anime. So the second that he enrolls, he gets immediately introduced to a group of girls, including a teacher who will be watching over him. And who are these girls? Well, we got Yukina, who is a sadistic and merciless girl who always wears sunglasses. Next, we got Kasumi, who is seemingly very shy, but don't let that fool you. This girl is a cold-hearted killer. Then there's Reina, who is the complete opposite of Kasumi. She's loud, energetic, and happy-go-lucky. Lastly, there's Shirayuki, who is the student council president and the top of her class. She's extremely beautiful, intelligent, and skilled. Oh, and did I forget to mention that she also has huge dragon-like wings on her back? Yep, this girl is definitely the main character, and she wasted no time in letting everyone know that she's the main character. After meeting these girls, plus a few others, Kusaku is immediately whisked away to the nurse's office, where he meets his teacher, who also happens to be a succubus. I'm not joking, she literally has horns and a tail. Turns out she's been assigned to take care of him and make sure he doesn't get killed. Well, that's great for him, but come on, show, you can't just introduce a succubus and not give me a fan-servicey scene. Please, please, please. Well, luckily for me, I didn't have to wait too long because soon enough, while Kosaku is changing in the locker room, Shirayuki walks in. She tries to play it off like she didn't mean to walk in on him, but we all know what's really happening here. They then proceed to have a conversation while she's still sitting there, and she lets slip that she wants to kill him. Yep, that's right. Despite the fact that Shirayuki is supposed to be looking after Kosaku and making sure he doesn't die, she's actually planning on killing him. Why? Well, because she's the top of her class, and she wants to see what it would feel like to kill someone who has a high compatibility with her. Apparently, Kosaku has the highest compatibility with her out of anyone else in the school, which makes him the perfect test subject. So she proceeds to attack him. Now, normally this would be a pretty hopeless situation for Kosaku to be in, but lucky for him, his little sister is a literal goddess of luck. When she heard that someone was trying to kill her brother, she used her powers to turn the tables and save him. Now, this was a big moment in the series because it showed just how powerful Akira really is. Not only did she save her brother's life, but she also made Shirayuki regret ever messing with him in the first place. From that point on, Shirayuki became a lot more respectful towards Akira, and even went as far as to apologize for trying to kill her. But despite all this, she still had no change of heart when it came to wanting to kill Kosaku. You see, she's just that type of person. She's a natural-born killer, and she's always looking for worthy opponents to test her skills against. Even though she apologized for trying to kill him, she still sees him as nothing more than a test subject. To her, it doesn't matter that he's her classmate or that they've become somewhat close. To her, all that matters is that he's someone who she can use to become stronger. I think at this point you guys can probably guess what's going to happen next. Shirayuki is going to try to kill Kosaku again, but he's going to escape. And in doing so, he's going to accidentally cause some sort of incident that puts the whole school in danger. And that's going to force Shirayuki and the rest of the girls to team up with him and protect the school. It's a classic anime plot, and this show is definitely not trying to reinvent the wheel. But you know what? That's totally fine. Because honestly, that's exactly what I was expecting to happen. And boy, was I right? After a few more episodes of Kosaku getting stalked by Shirayuki and making friends with the other girls, the time finally comes when she tries to kill him one more time. She takes him to the rooftop of the school and prepares to strike the fatal blow, but once again, Akira swoops in and saves the day. However, this time it's different. This time, Shirayuki actually stands a chance against her. Their battle takes them all the way to the ground, where they eventually agree to call a truce and work together to defeat a common enemy. You see, it turns out that the assassin who killed Kosaku's parents was actually working for a larger organization who wanted to destroy St. Agatha's. And now they've infiltrated the school and are planning to cause some serious damage. With the help of her classmates, Kosaku is able to defeat this organization and save the school. And in doing so, he becomes a hero to Shirayuki. She finally understands that there's more to life than just killing and becomes much more friendly towards him. They then spend the rest of the series hanging out together and having fun. And hey, I won't lie, it's pretty entertaining to watch. And who knows, maybe in another world where I'm a little less horny, I might actually ship these two. But unfortunately, I'm not in that other world, so I'm stuck suffering instead. Anyways, if you're looking for a show with a lot of action, cool girls, and a decent story, then I'd definitely recommend High School of Assassins. Just don't go into it expecting anything groundbreaking. Overall, I give this show a 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching.